Okay, let's take a look. You mentioned about where you'd have like 3 divided by 4 divided by 5 divided by 6. Okay. You always rewrite as multiplication, so you take the fraction following a division and you write the reciprocal of it. Reciprocal means fraction flipped. So 5/6 would be 6/5. And then from there, you handle the multiplication. Now first off, 4 and 6 both divisible by 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. So 3 times 3 is 9, and 2 times 5 is 10. So 9/10 would be your answer. Now if I had, like you say, 3 numbers, I have a 3 here. Well, if we're going to divide fractions, they should all be fractions. So I'd put 3 over 1 divided by 5/6. And again, we never do division. We immediately rewrite as multiplication. And we flip the second fraction, take a reciprocal of it. So that becomes 6/5. 3 times 6 is 18. 1 times 5 is 5. And that'd be your answer. Now on the other hand, if we had this, well, again, we never, if we're going to divide fractions, they both should be fractions. So put that's 3 over 1. I was jumping ahead. And we never actually divide, so we're going to rewrite as multiplication. And so we change that to multiplication, and we flip the second fraction. Take reciprocal of it. And that becomes 1/3. And that gives us 5 over 18. Now these are kind of tricky to enter in your calculator. Most fractions you can just plug into a calculator that handles fractions just fine. But if you're going to divide fractions, the best way to do it is put parentheses around each fraction, assuming it doesn't give you the answer to begin with. Now I'm going to look at a TA3, TA4. And if I did 3 divided by 4 divided by 5 divided by 6 and press enter, we get a 0.025. And if I do math, enter to change it to fraction, we get 1 over 40, which is not correct. But by putting parentheses around the fraction like I indicated, we'll do 3 divided by 4, closing parentheses, divided by, beginning parentheses, 5 divided by 6, closing parentheses, enter. And now if we do math, enter, we get our 9/10. Now in our second example, this is just a number, so we don't need to worry about that. But we need to put parentheses around the 5/6. So if I plug that in, I do 3 divided by, beginning parentheses, 5 divided by 6, closing parentheses, enter. And then if I do math, enter, I get 18/5. On our last example here, we'll put parentheses around the 5/6. So I'll do beginning parentheses, 5 divided by 6, closing parentheses, divided by 3, enter, and then you do math, enter. And we get our 5/18. Now the TA3, TA4, you have to put these parentheses like I've just indicated. But if you got some scientific calculators, they handle fractions actually a little bit better than TA3, TA4. So you just have to experiment with your calculator and see if you need those or not.